Hello everyone, I am Niharika John Mehra, your educator at Unacademy. So we are currently doing our course Changing Active into Passive Voice, and this is the second lesson, which is uses of active voice. What exactly are the places or circumstances where we can use active voice? We will learn today. Coming on to a little bit about me, this is my picture right over here. I am a mass communication graduate and currently doing post graduation in MA English Literature. I am an English trainer at Unacademy and also a freelance personality development trainer. You can follow me right here on this link for all of my other courses and lessons. You can also click on the follow button, which is just below the video. Let's see the first set of uses of active voice. First is it makes your meaning clear for readers or listeners. So if we talk on the grounds of clarity, then the message or whatever you want to say to your readers or your listeners, it is conveyed in the easiest manner when we use active voice. It is very clear even for those who are listening or those who are reading. Let's see through example what difference does it make. First example here we have is in active voice. Half of the students of school failed the exam. So the point here which is being expressed is that more than 50% or almost 50% of students of school, they have failed the exam. Now in active voice, it is a direct way to express that some students, they failed the exam. But if I say the same thing using passive voice, it will become the exam was failed by half of the students of the school. So here the focus, first of all, it becomes exam, and then just try to read out this sentence, try to listen to this sentence as I speak. The exam was failed by half of the students of the school. So if we are talking about communication, communication is best when it is easily understood by the one to whom we are speaking. In passive voice, this thing seems to be a little tricky. That's why if you want to make certain statements and want that your sentence should be very clear and easy, such cases we can use active voice. It is a better option. Next we see it keeps the sentences from becoming too complicated or wordy. Now it simple means that word count of a sentence in active voice is lesser than that in passive voice. So we know that if there are more words in a sentence, it will make the sentence complicated. And that is the reason if I want to keep my sentences short, I will go ahead with making my sentence in active voice. For example, he has damaged your bike badly. Now here we are talking about something happening to a bike, and if I say this in active voice, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Within 6 words, I have told what has happened to the bike and who has done the damage. But the same thing, if I am telling in passive voice, it will go like, your bike has been damaged badly by him. So here we had total 6 words, and here we are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Word count has increased. For those people who feel difficulty in talking fluently in English, these kind of people can try using active voice more rather than using passive voice, because active voice is less complicated and number of words are also less in it. Next we see sentences written in active voice flow better and are easier to understand. Now we are talking about the flow of a sentence. Unless and until you are at advanced level in speaking English, writing English, then it's okay. But if you are not, then if you want to work on fluency, you want your sentence to flow in a smoother manner, try to use active voice. So, for example, I like this movie. It is an active voice, very simple thing. I am talking about my like. I am talking a very simple statement here that I like this movie. It is easily said, easily heard, and the flow was also nice. But if I say the same thing in passive voice, like this movie is liked by me, so now in passive voice, it is not as fluent as it could have been. So I am not denying the fact that passive voice is also important, but just if you are looking for good flow in your sentences, try to use active voice. Then we see that using active voice places the emphasis on the subject of the sentence and makes the sentence more straightforward and conscious. So our sentences are required sometimes to be very straightforward and concise. Okay, that means it should be very clear for the listener or reader to understand. Also, whenever we want to bring the subject, the doer of the sentence of the work in a highlighted mode, that is the time we will use active voice. For example, if I am saying he has won the tournament. Now, here in active voice, I am emphasizing on he. Okay, it is a very straightforward sentence. I am just telling about the person, the guy who has won the tournament. That person is highlighted in this sentence. If I say this in passive voice, that tournament has been won by him. Now I am mentioning who has won the tournament, but I am mentioning him at the end, which shows that the person who has won is of lesser importance. The main important thing here is tournament. There was a tournament. Okay, so here the focus is shifted more towards tournament. That is what we are doing when we use sentence in passive voice. If I don't want this to happen, active voice is a better option for us. Then we see that active voice is useful in fiction to create vivid images and move the plot along, but it's also important in academic writing. Now, academic writing, again, as we speak of, there are message writing, then we see essays, letters, so many things are there. If you want to use any sentence over there and you want to frame a new sentence, try using active voice, because as the corrector checks it, so it is easy for the person, your message is conveyed in a better manner. One more important use of active voice is that whenever there is a fiction, but in that fiction we want to create vivid images, I want the person reading that fiction to imagine it in a very different manner, to imagine it just as something has happened, very realistic. In that case, active voice is a better option. For example, the Union Army won the Civil War. Now, maybe I am just writing a note on Civil War and I have mentioned this sentence. It is so easy to understand and also makes an impressive sentence when I use active voice. Then another example, the test results prove that this medicine works to kill cancer cells. Now again, it is a straightforward sentence that the test results prove. What is being proved? That this thing is happening. Cancer cells are now we can kill it using this medicine. It could be academic writing. It could be something that can create some kind of image in a person's mind. So here we have option to use active voice over passive voice. That was it about the uses of active voice. Stay tuned for more such lessons. Thank you.